So you woke up today. Which part of you do you want to train? You want to train that self love part of you, or do you want to train that opposite side of you, that self hate? I feel like this should be one of the most important things that we discuss with ourselves every morning when we wake up. And I've really realized something lately. Just like our body, your mind is always training something. And most people don't realize whether they're training self love or self hate. But something's in motion. And one of those muscles, the self hate muscle or the self love muscle, is getting stronger. And we need to make that decision. We have the responsibility of deciding, making that choice on which one we want to choose to feed into. What type of thoughts are you going to tell yourself today? Because how you talk to yourself today is going to have an impact tomorrow, the next week, the month, the year after. We are a direct manifestation of our thoughts. The life we have today is because of what we've been thinking our entire lives. Whatever you repeat in your mind is going to get stronger. And myself, I need to learn how to talk to myself with more love, with more grace, with more patience, with more kind-heartedness to myself, because I feel like I'm good at doing that for other people, my loved ones, my friends. I'm always there. I'm always patient. I'm always showing love. What about yourself? What about you? How much love and grace are you giving yourself every single day? Stop and just take a moment and understand how important that is. How important that is for you to stay mentally healthy. How important that is for you to show up the best you every single day to continue pushing through life. A lot of us have goals. A lot of us have dreams. How we talk to ourselves directly impacts the outcome of all of that. Thoughts, self-talk, reactions, all that is reps. Just like in the gym, I'm training my biceps to get it stronger and bigger. The same thing happens in our mind. The same exact thing. I can't wait to have a son or a daughter and to embed this information in them in a very organic, authentic parenting way, because it's everything. How we think about ourselves and which side, the love versus the hate muscle, it's everything. It is absolutely everything. So how does the self-hate muscle get trained? Beating yourself up for maybe being in a position you don't want to be in, how things should be, and then just hammering yourself every single day, saying, just hateful things to yourself, negative things. I couldn't imagine if I said out loud some of the hateful, negative things, the bullying words and phrases I tell myself on a daily basis. If I said that out loud and wrote that down, I'd probably be like, did I say that? Think about it today. Think about all the self-hatred that you give yourself, and you don't deserve that. But you have to be careful and you have to work on it. Think about how you compare yourself to others constantly. I know I do all the time. People's success, people's physiques, people's lives. That could be a form of self-hate. And, this person has so much more money than me. I suck. I'll never be as fit as that person. He looks amazing. I look horrible. He has the ideal relationship I want. I'll never be with anyone. I mean, that is forms of self-hate, and that muscle is just getting stronger. Think of it like this. If you're in love with someone, talking to yourself in that hateful, negative way, you would never say those words to them. Ever. Right? But the things we say to ourselves can be pretty horrible at times. And I'm not judging anyone. If anything, I'm talking to myself, because this is something I want to get better at, because I just want to evolve and be the best person I can be. But I'm just naming patterns that I see in myself, that I see in other people. And I want this video to help. So let's talk about training self-love. How can we train the muscle of self-love? Let's reframe this. Self-love is not excuses, right? It's not comfort in addiction or lowering your standard. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. I think we all need to grow in a lot of ways. I think it's just, staying consistent with yourself and the duties you have for yourself throughout the day without humiliation, correcting yourself, but doing it without shame. That's an absolutely massive one. And then choosing growth without rejection, another massive point. Whatever you're trying to achieve, however you're trying to grow in your life, don't have to reject yourself when things don't go your way. Continue to push, continue to stay on that path, continue to be resilient. We all need to be aware of how we talk to each other, or excuse me, how we talk to ourselves. It is the most important thing that we can do in our entire lives. And if I'm looking realistically, if I had to pull up the self-hate me, it appeared to my left, and I pulled up the self-love me, and it appeared to my right. Sadly, I think the self-hate me would be bigger and stronger than the self-love me. And that's solely because I've allowed my thought patterns to be more negative and pessimistic than optimistic and positive. And I don't think we realize just how costly feeding into that self-hate you can be for our lives. We all want a brighter future. We all want a better life filled with more resources and laughs and love and surrounded by friends and family that love you and success in so many ways. And to get there, the first thing that we could be doing is paying attention to our thoughts and how we think about ourselves. How did you think about yourself today? Let me ask you, going through your day today, have you had more positive, optimistic self-loves about yourself and about the journey you're on? Or have you had the exact opposite? You can always break the cycle. If you're someone like myself who is typically just a little bit too much on the self-hate side of things, I think there's always a chance, no matter how big and strong that self-hate you is, there's always a chance for you to grow and become a larger self-love me. I want the big self-loving heart to be able to squash that self-hate heart that I've built up for so many years. And it's our choice. It's our choice and it's our responsibility. And when I say it's our responsibility, I mean it starts with you. And there's no external factors in this world, in this life, where that muscle can be trained the best other than you. People can say good things, you can get praised by people on social media, but if you're not making the conscious choice every single morning when you wake up, hey, am I going to feed that self-love me or that self-hate me? I don't think that muscle, that mind muscle ever truly forms how it should. So every morning when we wake up, that is something we have to keep in mind. So the question isn't really, am I training something? You are, whether you know it or not. You are. I am. We all are. The question is, what are you strengthening every day when no one's watching? That's when the most important work takes place in our lives. When no one is watching, and you're home alone, and you have no motivation, you have no inspiration, you're just sitting with yourself. What are the conversations you're having in your mind? Are they helping you? Are they showing you self-love? Are they giving yourself some grace and some patience? Or are those thoughts tearing you down? Be mindful of this conversation that you have with yourself every single day, because these thoughts compound. In which way do you want these thoughts to compound in your mind? I like to think of it like this. Your inner voice is either becoming your coach, or your inner voice is either becoming your enemy. I love you guys. I hope this video helped. Stay strong. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to how you're talking to yourself. You deserve more love, more self-love, less hate. Be kind to yourself, and let these patterns get stronger. Let them build up into an extremely strong repetition where they become your behavior, your habit of that's how I talk to myself. Imagine if 95, 99% of your thoughts, you were able to shove off the hateful thoughts about yourself, the bullying thoughts, the negative thoughts, and you stayed strong and you stayed positive, and all day long, almost all day long, all you did was think positive, optimistic thoughts about yourself and the future. And that's the magnetism that you have. Your inner thoughts are a direct manifestation of your life. I love you guys. We got this. Let's stay strong. If this video gave you any value today, please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next one.